Reported from the Danube Delta on efforts to reintroduce wildlife as authorities try to reverse the effects of development and climate change. As Andrew Wilson reports, the pandemic hasn't stopped the rewilding project.
Last summer, we met Deli and Serban, a rewilding team tasked to kickstart the depleted ecosystem of the Danube Delta. They showed us a jumble of sticks and mud, a new beaver's lodge, evidence that the animals were slowly coming back to the wetlands, and proof that their rewilding program was working.
They collect the wood that they want and they swim with it, or they drag it through the forest?
They drag it through the forest, or they swim until here, and they put it exactly in the place they want. So yeah, it's really a nice, it's a piece of work.
Over a year later, and they haven't been able to get back for another look.
I really would like to have more news about beavers, but the fact is we don't have really very good data because of the lockdown. The field work didn't happen in the spring, and we think that they're still there. Some fishermen say that they're still there.
The delta is vast, almost 4,000 square kilometers. It's some of the wildest country in Europe, and its waterways stretch for hundreds of miles at a time. The industrial legacy of the 20th century is a grim one. Exhausted soil, depleted fish stocks, and a network of dams have smothered the original ecosystem. The good news is that the rewilders have been busy where they can, and they've sent us some of their footage. New species, more wildlife long gone from the delta being reintroduced to move the project on. Young eagle owls raised in captivity and set free to prey on the rat population that attacks the vulnerable nests of the water birds. From nearby Turkmenistan, a herd of 20 kulan, a species of wild ass, also historically indigenous to the delta. They're fast and ideal grazers in this environment. Along with a small herd of fallow deer, they'll reshape the vegetation, controlling scrub and fertilizing open grass. And with that come burrowing rodents, frogs and snakes, seeking and hopefully finding opportunities to re-establish themselves.
But if we want to have biodiversity, you need to have these keystone species that are creating different habitats, different diversity. In fact, you want to have wildlife because with wildlife you have biodiversity, and with biodiversity and diversity of habitats, then you have resilience. And what we need is resilience against climate change.
And the removal of the historic dams has started. 10 have been dug away this year, clearing the natural path of the waters and so refreshing dry soil again. The tide of climate change, human development and political apathy is still set against these vulnerable parts of the world. But from time to time, we get a glimpse of small steps forward instead of always in retreat.